committed suicide by police. We're trying myself, but my finger's missing. So I guess I'll stare at a wall and scream for now.
How'd you first get into music, man?
I got my my uncles actually used to have like one of those like Columbia House subscription things, and he would just get all these different CDs because you get like 10 for a penny or whatever like
10
that.
for a penny. Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah.
so like that's what they kind of, I mean, my grandma always played music and shit. She was a piano teacher, and she always sang and stuff like that. So I just grew up around like music stuff, And then my uncle started having these CDs, and that's how they would watch me when I would go over there. They would just like let me make mixtapes with the cassette player and all these CDs. So I just started gravitating towards more, like, when I was like 10 or whatever, like more like rock and like, alternative or stuff. And then the first CD I ever boosted.
Wait. 10. That would have been 91. Yeah, I guess alternative was starting to pop up back then.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just like more of like, like in his collection that he had like some like early like REM stuff over like Celine Dion. You know what I mean? So it's like, you had to sift through that shit and be like, yeah, I don't fuck with that. I found out like I like fucking like old jazz a lot. My grandma used to get me these like old porcelain records and shit of that stuff. I love that. And then like the first CD I ever boosted from the library when I was a kid, just randomly just to boost something, was X. And I remember like hearing that song Los Angeles on there.
Los Angeles, yeah.
I was like, damn, I was like, this shit's fucking crazy. And that's when I was, that hit me at like 12. So then it was just on. And then skate videos pretty much raised me, which I talk about a lot. It's like we're fortunate to grow up in that time of like skateboarding when like they were getting pretty dope and artistic with like making skate videos and editing and the music that they would use. So it's like you'd get Tribe Called Quest, you'd get fucking Black Flag, you'd get like Locust, you'd get, fucking Slayer. And so that was just like what you listen to. Because that's how I used to make my mixtapes when I was a kid, is I would take my mom's fucking cassette tapes and I would stuff toilet paper in the top tabs.
Yeah,
and
tape them bitches down.
And then I'd fucking put that into the receiver. I would run RCA cables fucking from the VCR out, the red and white, and I'd fucking fuck off the yellow, put those right into the thing, and I would record off 411s onto tape for my Walkman. So I could hear all the skateboarding going on too. So you'd just be like, oh, I remember this run. And that's what we'd be trying to do, is like the run that you're listening to when you go through. I was actually trying to think about that the other day, about like, I might make like some bootleg mixes on YouTube and just put them up and just put like this dope skate, you know what I mean? Like the best skate songs, leave the skate in there. But yeah, so that's how I got into music, man. Just clicked with me. I liked it a lot. Started playing bass when I was like 13, 14 or something, and then just kept going, man. Always had little bands and shit.
What the fuck did you think was gonna happen? Did you really think you could start again? This place is collapsing. We're in controllable bastards. They're coming for you.
So Get Dead wasn't your first musical project?
No, I was actually, I did hip hop way before that. I did, I mainly made like underground hip hop music with my friends from like, 15 till I was probably about 25 or 26. And then I was living with Stacy D and Eric Gonzalez and little Jen in San Francisco at the Amputee warehouse. And they were in a band called the Angry Amputees, which was like early 2000s. Stacy D was the singer of it. And they were my roommate, and we used to have it was in an old like converted warehouse. So the jam room was in there, and I had my little hip hop lab in the corner. And they wanted me to just like help them keep time for this thing that they were writing. And I started fucking around with punk rock, and they're like, oh, you could do this. And I went on to one punk rock tour, and I was like, oh fuck, I'm on it. Because the hip hop shit, everyone's trying to be the best. Someone's trying to help you out. There's not like, I mean, don't get me wrong, in the hip hop community, there's like type people that like help, but you know, when you're coming up in like battle rap shit and underground stuff, no one's giving you the place to stay or trying to help you out, you know. And punk rock was just, it was dope community, reminded me of fucking skateboarding. And you know, and I, because I mean, I'm not a punk rocker, you know. I'm not like I'm just a skater in the end, you know. So it's funny when these people, sometimes people try to come at me with these like punk rock ethic fucking conversations and shit. And, oh, you guys should be doing this, or what about this? And it's like, yo, dude, fucking that's your shit, bro. You know what I mean? Keep that shit for your fucking coffee shop, dude. Don't take it to me. Cause I don't, you know, Get Dead's always stayed fucking unpolitical. I mean, we'll get behind fucking real shit when it pops off, but I mean, as far as like just jumping on every social warrior thing every fucking 10 minutes to like, you know, just say, oh, it's because we're down. You know, we fucking support everybody. It's like, fucking, all right, cool, dude. Like, don't be mad at us because we don't give a fuck, you know? We got fucking other shit to do, dude. People got kids and shit, dude. I got time to fucking be virtual signaling on TikTok.
Kids and shit. I got fucking grandkids at this point.
Damn.
Yeah. I got three of them.
Damn, bro. No kids here, man. My band member got a kid. Timmy got a kid.
Yeah.
Got a dog. Fuck that.
Yeah, but grandkids are cool though, you know. Like right now, I'm the coolest person in the world to my granddaughter. Right.
That's fucking bad, man.
They just love themselves, they're only human. They want more time to the prison walls. They say they will help themselves, they're only human. Walked out in front for that.
So you joined Get Dead and you released Forged in the Furnace of Red. Fucking tell me a bit about that three song single.
That was just we just because the first when we started Get Dead, it was after I like started doing stuff at the Punky Tea House, Moki, my rap name was Louis Regal, and then me, Moki, and Eric Gonzalez and Josh Garcia, we started Louis and the Regals. And then we were together for a month, and then we went on a little West Coast 3-day run, Santa Cruz, San Francisco, Sacramento. And we went with Splitting Seconds, which was Mikey's other band. The band he was in, he was a singer, guitar player for Splitting Seconds. And then a band called the Ballistics, which I'd never heard of. And that was Scotty and Timmy's band that they started because they grew up together in Sonoma. And then Louis and the Regals, which was me and Dave, Moki, and Josh Garcia. And so we went on this 3-day tour and we all had super fun, you know, we're like, oh, that was fucking rad. And then a week later, for some reason, all three of our bands dismembered. Everyone fucking just popped off. And then we all remembered that we'd met each other and we just all like got a hold of each other some way, somehow, like in the next like month, and then just started Get Dead. You know, and so that's how that started. And then the Forged in the Furnace of Rad was the first 3 songs that we like just wrote and learned in a practice studio, getting drunk. And then Josh worked at Motor Studios, or not Motor, Hyde Street Studios in the Tenderloin. And we went and he got, you know, really cheap recording stuff there for us. So we got to go there and record. That's where they did Digital Underground. Tupac did shit in there, Santana. Fucking, it was crazy, man.
I love me some Digital Underground.
Fuck yeah, Packet Man was the shit.
Yeah. Fucking Nothing But Trouble. Fucking love that movie.
Dude.
With the dick nose and all that shit.
That is the wildest fucking movie of all time. Whoever wrote that is out of their mind, dude. Like, why?
Yep.
Tupac's in that movie too.
Yeah. That's his first appearance on film when he's like, around the world to save song.
Because he started out as a backup dancer for Digital Underground.
Yep. True that.
He's a Bay Area head.
Yeah. You're talking to a music nerd here, man. I know that shit.
My fucking girlfriend Lacey, that I knew back in the day in San Francisco, she worked at a Kinko's, and Shock G used to come in there late night and print out these fucking like weird art things that he was doing and shit. And he invited us back to his fucking loft she invited her, and then she hit me up. I was like, yo, I just met Shock G at Kinko's at like 2 in the morning. He wants me to go to his loft. Will you roll with me and shit? Like, she's like, let's go check this out. I need to do it with me. And so we go up there and check it out, and fucking it's exactly what I thought it was gonna be. It was like dope ass loft, and like South Market, and there's fucking some model on the fucking couch smoking rock, and we're just like, oh shit, well, bro, this dude's crazy. Rest in peace.
That's crazy. That's crazy shit.
Hand in hand. Well, here is your soul. Hand in hand. Well, here is your soul.
Let's move on to Letters Home. That was an acoustic album. Tell me a bit about that one.
So Letters Home was supposed to be an electric album, but Josh had started working at Motor Studios, I think, and he still had the hookup at Hyde Street, but we didn't have that's why we only did a 3-song EP the first time, because even with the hookup it cost cash, right? And so with Letters Home, we were run like kind of like just starting out touring around fucking California and Portland and shit. And so we wrote a lot of Letters Home when we were on the road, just like in parking lots or in the van and shit like that. But it was supposed to be an electric album. But when we got back in there to do a full, that many songs, it was fucking too much money. We didn't have it, or it would have been half-assed. So we decided, we're like, well, what if we do it acoustic? Will it be easier? And they were just like, well, yeah, if you guys just fucking like do takes, like full band takes and fucking go through. So we did as much pre-production as we could on fucking like GarageBand or whatever we did, and took it in there and edited it. And then we just ended up having to do like the vocal stuff in there. And it was a lot of late nights doing fucking Letters Home in the Tenderloin, going to like the Brown Jug, which was across the street. It was some crazy shit. We had some bartender there once. What the craziest shit he ever saw was, he said a guy came in there to ask to use the phone for help, and he was like, there's a police station across the street, like we don't let people use phones. And the guy turned around and he had a fucking hatchet in his back and just keeled over and died on the sidewalk. I was like, damn. Tenderloin, man.
I wonder how many more steps he would have took if he wouldn't have had to turn around.
I mean, probably wouldn't have made it to the phone, I said. Like he was already going, bro. He wasn't asking for help from the police, dude. He was like asking for a priest or something, He knew he was going to get a hatchet in his back. He fucked around. He found out.
Yeah, I found out. It's brutal.
Found out real quick, dude. I mean, in my travels, I found that if you have a hatchet in your back, you're probably fucking around, dude.
Fucking around probably with a juggalo.
Oh. For sure.
Yeah.
Seems there's nothing here we're saving. Got nothing left to lose at all. Life is just not one for waiting. So don't stop.
The Get Dead EP, that was a fucking 13 minutes of fucking awesomeness.
Yeah, man. That's which one's the fucking the self-titled one?
Yeah.
Self-titled. Yeah, for sure,
2009.
Yeah, that one was fucking rad. That was that's when we just started like realizing that, because we went off of the forged one into the acoustic one, and then when we were done with the acoustic one, we're like, well, fuck that, we have to do an electric one now. And after doing the acoustic one, the songs were super catchy, so everyone liked it, but then everyone thought we were a folk fucking acoustic band. So they kept booking us, but we would show up and we'd do Get Dead sets. Like we like Get Dead, besides like some like fucking side tent shit at like promotions at a festival or a couple of record store things, we've only done like one acoustic fucking actual show. I don't even know if we've actually done like a full sit down acoustic show that wasn't in like a warehouse or like some like thing that we were just, we didn't have all of our shit or something. So people still book us like on flyers. It says fucking San Francisco acoustic folk punk. What the fuck? And then when we first came out, everyone was asking us if we were like an Irish band. And I was like, is there something like someone's not telling you like when you got something on your face. I was like, do we all have accents or something? Like, where is they getting it? This is Irish shit, dude. You make a couple references of beer and you're an Irish band.
Yeah, yeah. You put out a acoustic album and then sing about beer. Yeah, they just
Yeah.
assume.
I mean, and that's a thing, too, especially back then. It was like that was a huge wave of why we went electric too, because there was that big wave in '09 and stuff when they started doing the lead singers would fucking get an acoustic guitar and go do their solo shit. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah,
like, because I've thought, I mean, I make solo shit all the time, but I went like a more electronic MPC route. I mean, the last thing the fucking world needs is another lead singer with a fucking acoustic guitar singing their solo shit. You know what I mean?
or
Save those
or
songs for your band, guys. You know what
or
I mean?
take it
Just
even
write another
a
album.
further with Eddie Vedder and his fucking ukulele. You know.
I mean, fucking, hey, you got a ukulele in your repertoire? Fuck off, dude. Straight up and down, dude. I don't care who gets offended, dude. Fuck you and your uke. Man, fucking nerd.
That's funny shit. That's funny shit.
I don't give a goddamn if this life leads us to hell. I don't give a shit if you don't like what we do. I got my friends in good time, that California sunshine. You can have the rest, but fuck you.
After that, you went back acoustic with Tall Cans and Loose Ends, man.
Yep, keep them guessing, bro. And then went back to keep them guessing. I also think that was another fucking decision and saving money, you know. But it was also because we had from the self-titled one, we had fucking leftover songs that we didn't put on there. And so it just made sense to kind of like acoustic it out. You know what I mean?
Word.
So, and then there's and that's our friend, the fucking cover of that too. That's actually our friend fucking Ariel in Mikey's bathtub with ice. Which it's like the coolest looking cover ever and like the cheapest one because we use Pabst. Shout out to Ariel. She's a trooper.
Word. But that was a great release. Borderline country in some of them their songs.
Absolutely. I mean, that was like that whole thing was written too. It was like another one of those things where, like I said, a lot of those were written on the road and shit. And during like, and if you look when albums come out, I watch it all the time. Like albums are kind of like babies, right? Like they were born in May, you know what I mean? But they were conceived fucking back then. So like you can tell when people like wrote summer albums and shit and they come out in like the winter, you know what I'm saying? It's a different vibe altogether. So I can totally like go back and listen to that fucking Tall Cans and be like, oh yeah, that was like the whole fucking, I think that was like the album where he started kind of like settling into the fact that we're going to be like life musicians and that like eating shitty and being grimy was pretty much just going to be like par for the course for a long time, you know? So, but we love it.
Word.
Well, welcome to hell. You're always losing your grip, stepping down at every
Then Bad News came out. Fucking that was a fucking great release. Great release. How did that
Yeah.
shit go down?
That was fucking, we got a call from, because we were in San Francisco. So we knew, Mikey's brother-in-law's little Joe from RKL. We were in the music scene there for fucking like 5 years already. We knew all the people. We had talked to a couple people at Fat before. One of them told us you'll never be on Fat. You got to have that sound, that thing. And we're like, all right, well, fuck, watch this. But Fat Mike called us up and we met him for fucking drinks at a bar. And I had a black eye. And he was like, oh, you must be, because he had seen our video at Motor Studios because Josh Garcia, our old drummer, he was fucking what is it? Whenever you match the screen to the boards or whatever, calibrating. And he was using this one's for Johnny video to like calibrate the sound in that. And Fat Mike just happened to walk in and was like, well, what's that? And he's like, oh, that's fucking Get Dead. Those are the guys that got into that beef with those fucking security guards because there's a big incident this one time. and it was like Spike's wife Audra was the manager of the bar. You know what I mean? So this whole bad blood thing, and fucking, she was like, "Oh shit, that's them." And then he met us, and we had I had a black eye. We were fucking all drunk. But yeah, he signed us right there, man. And then that's what's funny about Bad News. Like, at least the fans that were with us from the jump, like, i.e., our friends, but they were just like, "Yo, what the fuck? Fat just fucking basically just regurgitated your fucking first 4 albums." I don't even know if we wrote a new song for that fucking
No.
for Bad News. It was just they just retook it. So that was cool, I guess. I mean, it was easy to make that album.
The mistake is made us slaves of patience, just waiting here to die. Breaker, breaker, breaker. Now I'm missing faces, so can't hear me okay on the other side.
Bygones was just, that's I don't know. Bygones is just Bygones. The type of shit that Bygones is like the stuff that we're gonna like get dead, because we're working on a new fucking record right now, but we're starting to kind of transition to being like, instead of looking at it as like a full album that we're trying to make, we're gonna make like fucking like Bygone shit, like fucking make 2 songs, 3 songs, release it with like a fourth fucking B track thing, and just do that 3 or 4 times, and in between those keep writing new songs, and then you can put those, some of the songs off those EPs on there, plus like 4 new songs, 5 new songs, maybe rework them or something like that. But it's just more interesting if you're gonna make music just to fucking make music. You can just make it and put it out into the internet, and it can just fucking sit there and die for fucking 20 people, if you want. If you're trying to make something like cohesive to go with the music, like an actual fucking art statement, fucking whatever it is, it seems if that's the route that you want to go, making like smaller records so you can get them done quicker, and being able to pay attention to the fucking art and the shit that you're doing with it and the quality of those fucking 3 songs, versus having 3 good songs on an album and you got fucking 8 fillers, a black and white fucking, it's just the market's so saturated with shit now that I think that I mean, it's always been saturated, but I think people now value fucking one-off shit and like fucking limited run records, things that don't feel like they're mass produced that you can buy at Walmart, and and fucking shit that you can hang on your fucking wall in the background, fucking tangible shit. It's like, yeah, you get the download code in there too for your fucking iPod or whatever, but it's like something like that when your friends come over, they want to like grab it and be like, "Oh, dude, what the fuck is this?" And you go like, "Oh shit, look at this thing." If it pulls out, we did the blotter acid sheets on that Codefendants one where it was like, and I got them to print on blotter acid. So it's like, you can frame that if you want. You could also go put a fucking 50 strip on it if you want. It'll work. So
I wonder how many times that's been done.
I mean, I don't suggest it. Highly illegal. But if you did, email me.
Yeah, tell me how it went.
How'd it go?
Yeah. How much strychnine do you have to use to stick it to that shit?
Grip.
Right.
We've all been waiting on something other than nonsense to make sense. Scrape away all the decay. These battle wounds on display. These scars we earn.
And you're right, because this fucking the people nowadays don't have any fucking attentions. Like when I talk to people, I don't know anyone who listens to albums anymore, right? I listen to albums, but I'm a fucking completist,
Yeah, for sure. And that's it. It's a very, I mean, unless you're in like only exactly, it's like audiophile people, they'll listen to fucking full albums and they'll critique it still in a traditional sense. Where you're like, okay, I mean, I'm the same way when I hear shit. Okay, how was that opener? Okay, yeah, they fucked up the opener, dude. You knew you had to come strong with the second song. You fucking blew it, dude. You know what I mean? And like, I'll critique albums like that all the way to the end. But I mean, no doubt I'm skipping too. I'm like, nah, you get the fucking 2 skips. I'm probably not going back,
I don't know if I have to skip a song or two. I'm probably not going to be listening to that band, you know.
Oh, for sure, man. And it's like, but that's
but
the
but all your albums have like. Are you saying that your albums are filler? Because I've been digging all of them.
yeah, no, I'm not saying that they're filler like purposely making them filler. I'm just like the thing with making an album is when you get to the last song, you're making 12 songs. By the time you get to the 12th song, you don't like the first three fucking songs because you're inherently a better player. You've grown as a human being in the fucking last fucking 6 months that it took you to get there, if not a year. And you look at those first ones and you're like, ugh, that was fucking dumb mistakes I was making a year ago. So it's like, it slows down the process because that's why you end up with 20 songs and you got to whittle them down to 12 because you've been fucking doing it. Versus if you're making shit live time, as far as like 3 songs that you're fucking paying full attention to, it's like being the painter or the musician, instead of fucking having to think about like, oh, we gotta make 15 songs so we can whittle it down to 10. You can be like, yo, fuck that. Dude, let's just make one dope ass song at a time and fucking, if it doesn't all come in fucking a month, then just release what you got and just fucking focus on the stuff. Live as a human being for another couple months, gain a little more fucking know-how, and then make another 3 fucking dope ass songs. And you don't run into that conundrum. At least in theory, I don't fucking know. Fucking talk to me next year.
No, I believe you said something like that. It's very similar to that 4 years ago in an interview when you were talking about all your Get Dead releases that you were doing at that time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's just like trying to get like smaller, doper shit together, even if it's like collabing with bands and stuff. So
is there going to be a point where you have all this random 7 inches and singles that you're throw together as like a fucking comp album or something?
Yeah, well, I mean that's the thing. It's like you can really do whatever you want with it. Like I'm really into been thinking about like I want to try to like start collabing with some friends and stuff and kind of bring back that punkorama feel with like these with like exciting fucking collabs album, but instead of like up and coming bands or whatever where you're trying to like push a band out someone's throat, fucking making straight just fucking collab albums with fucking 6 or 7 different fucking people and bands that you work with and just make it sick and like have everybody work on the fucking the dopest person out of those 6 that knows how to do the fucking art, the dopest person knows how to do the fucking engineering and just make these fucking little projects that you can be psyched on. One thing that Chesky instilled in me and like I find fucking dope is that from the jump, Chesky's looked, he's just releasing Bring Me the Head of Pablo Francisco, and that's going to be his last Chesky album. He's not going to do any more albums under Chesky because like when he started it, he wants to look at it like Chesky, the rap fucking form of him. It's one cohesive body of work. You know what I mean? So from the first album that he released to Bring Me the Head of Pablo Francisco, it's all connected into a 20-year storyline, mind you. But all of that shit like could stand together or it stands alone. And it's about looking at not only what you're getting out of it as far as like life experience and fucking rent money and like food and shit like that, but putting the I'm trying to be fucking noticed at an airport shit aside and start looking at what you're actually leaving behind for fucking people to ingest later on. You know what I mean? Like is the shit you're making, how cringy is it when you hear somebody fucking have the word MySpace in a song? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
there's some flyers behind me that have fucking MySpace tags at the bottom of them.
Yeah, it's just like that's the shit you're leaving behind there is a fucking by doing that you just left a like it's just a clog,
Yeah, it does age us when you bring that shit up. Just like you brought up Punkorama a minute ago.
Yeah,
that fucking totally ages both of us right there.
Yeah, but I mean that was what are the fucking since Punkorama and shit? What's been the collab because I mean you would actually pick those up to
them and the fucking Fat Records ones, the survival of the fattest and fucking Life in the Fat Lane.
Yeah,
Fucking,
exactly. And I was bumming Fat quit doing those because those things were fucking dope.
well,
They'll do them.
and not only that, they were like fucking $3-4. It says on the back of them, pay no more than $3.95 for them, right? So you'd
Yeah,
fucking pick them up and cheap as fuck, and you'd have like 20 fucking awesome songs. Yeah,
they do. And I mean, they still, I mean, Fat still does that like for when, they do, when there's like big festivals or like, like Riot Fest or shit over in Europe, they put together these fucking limited edition compilations on there, but it's all like, people's older songs from an album that's already been released. It's like, I don't know, I think that there's a fucking people would be psyched on like that kind of format of a CD, but having it with all those different artists fucking collabing on new shit, you know.
yeah. That's a fucking. I like the concept. I like the concept.
But I mean, then
Well,
again,
it's a very similar to fucking 90s hip hop, right? Albums. Any one of them you pick up, there isn't a single fucking song that motherfuckers sang by themselves, you know?
oh no, hell no, and or the fucking beat that they got or the thing, but like that was back when I was doing hip hop shit, and like
Yeah.
the greatest part about that was that you could drink, like you'd have your fucking two friends that were, on the Dell in the kitchen, with a couple of MIDI things making beats. You'd have four dudes at the kitchen table just fucking smoking weed, drinking beer, doing blow, and everyone's just listening to the beat, writing. Everyone got a verse, everyone spit the verse, and then you would do that again, and you would do that 4 times a night. You would get fucking, you could make an album with people from out of town within fucking 3 days, and people did it all the time. Now, fucking good luck getting a song written in a fucking week with 5 grown men, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, them No Limit guys put out so much stuff so quickly. My little brother was all about that shit.
Dude, you should do a fucking deep dive on this group, fucking Griselda out of Buffalo. They have like a bunch of beats from Alchemist and Derringer. Derringer is one of my favorite like dark fucking analog beat makers, but
Griselda.
they're all Griselda, and there's like few dudes in it. It's Benny the Butcher, West Side Gun, 38 Special. You'll see, man, once you get into it and listen to it, it's really good. And it's like, it's been a minute since I got excited on like a new group, but they did the same thing. So when they came out, these are all, like they all did federal time together for trapping and all this. Like Benny the Butcher, when they got out and they started doing their run, he got all of his digital scales back from fucking the feds from evidence. He signed them and sold them all online for $100, and like you could buy these things. It was fucking dope. So, but what they did was they fucking recorded all this music when they got out. They fucking sat on it for like 5 years, and they just kept recording. They got all these fucking albums ready to go. Then they went to fucking Def Jam because I mean they're real dude. They're fucking not fucking around, and their shit is undeniably just sick, like sick. And they're like, okay, yeah, Def Jam fucking was like, $8 million contract to sign with them. And they said, okay, we'll fucking sign with you for fucking a 2-album deal, right? As Griselda. And then Def Jam goes, okay, cool. Boom. They just gave them 2 fucking albums. They're done. Then they went over to fucking like fucking Jay-Z's label. And they were like, yo, same thing. They were like, yo, you want to do this? It was like a little more money this time. It was like 10, 15 mil. And they were like, yeah, 1-album deal. Boom, here you go. Bop. Then went over to Shady Records, Eminem's record. You know what I mean? And they fucking in like the course of like 2 years, dude, these fools just fucking whoop. It's sick. Yeah, man. If you do a deep dive on them, just like try to start with like the albums and shit at the beginning, and then work your way up, because it's like you'll see the whole progression of just like the way that they just fucking bullied in and was like, nah, fuck this shit. It's great.
Word. The name reminds me of. Did you ever play Wizards and Warriors on the fucking Nintendo?
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Right.
Fucking,
Every princess you saved would have a fucking weird name like Griselda.
Yeah. Yeah, Griselda, I think that they named it because they were all fucking like fucking dope boys. So Griselda was the name of the Miami fucking queen pin that was moving on cocaine back in the 80s and shit. There's actually a Netflix documentary that just came out on it right now.
Well,
but I think that's why they named it fucking Griselda.
The skeletons around the closet, laughing at your progress, dancing with your bullshit, screaming this mess belongs to you. It's all premeditated, chaos calibrated, crosses seem impatient, waiting to push the bullet through.
We digress though. We need to talk about Honesty Lives Elsewhere. That was an awesome release.
Yeah, that was that one's like we don't really like even play. I don't even know if we play anything off of that album. You know, that was just like that was a weird release. It was like basically like the weird sophomore release on it, and we had a bunch of fucking crazy like personal shit and within the band that like was going on with like people dying and suicides and shit like that. But we were also had just started writing this album, and they already had the engineers and the fucking studio time booked out. So we just like kept going through it. But I mean, what fucking transpired was like, to me, it's just like hard to listen to because it's like, once again, it goes back to like this really fucking dark, shitty time in everybody's life, which is funny that that's the name of the fucking album too. You know, it's just, it was crazy. It was it's a weird vibey fucking one for sure.
Yeah, the dude from Stupid Henchman, when he released this album, oh, what the fuck's the name of it? I can't think of it right now. But he says every time he reflects back on it, he hates that album because every time he reflects back on it, he thinks of what was going on when he recorded that album. And he's like, it was the shittiest time of my life, and I'm he's like, I'd rather just skip over it. But it was a great release and it had some great songs on it. And I feel bad for him that he can't listen to this fucking awesome album that he put out because
I'm sure that a lot of other artists probably have the same fucking feeling about shit like that. Because I mean, to write some real shit, you got to go through some real shit, you know, and like to get there, it's like it's never pretty, or at least the stuff that resonates with people isn't the happy, you know. Besides fucking that song, "I'm Happy," that was just catchy. Like nobody celebrates fucking joy, dude. You know, I give a fuck about how good your day was. So you know, people want to like commemorate the misery together. You know, so it's. I don't know. I think like, you know, would be a good example, and probably somebody that would really fucking touch down on that is the dude from their Off With Their Heads. You know what I mean? Because he wrote that Home album, and that Home album is just like one of the most beautiful summaries of fucking just blowing it and anxiety and fucking being homesick and like, ugh. It's just, you know, I love that album so much, but it's heavy, man. You have a couple too many cocktails and pay attention to what that dude's saying, dude. You'll cry for sure.
Word.
What I'm trying to say is it's just not the same here. This place has changed, and so have I. So I'll hold on to memories of me and you. Let's say goodbyes for another time.
Well, in this sadness, let's move on to what'd you do next? That Bomb Pop Split. You only had one song on it, but that was a fucking good song.
I don't even remember the Bomb Pop Split.
Oh, give me a second here. What the fuck track was on that bitch? Bomb Pop Split. You had Leadfoot.
Leadfoot. Okay, that was on. I think Leadfoot was Leadfoot on Bygones or fucking...
It was on Tall Cans. It was on.
Yes, yeah.
There you go.
Country album.
Sorry, man. My bad.
The country folk punk album.
Yeah. Get your fucking gigs with Days and Days and shit, right?
Oh, absolutely, dude. Jesse was just here. We're doing. I'm starting up a new podcast here. I got a new house in Vegas. I moved out of Fat Mike's and got fucking. We're starting a new podcast called Crime Wave, and we're just doing a bunch of interviews with. You know, we're 10 minutes away from the Punk Rock Museum. All the people that come into town every week to do tours, and then we're doing like sex workers and fucking strippers, and just that we're interviewing anybody that's interesting, and we're going to be putting it together in a cool format with Sean and James from Crow's Nest in the Tattoo Gallery, at the tattoo shop at the museum. So
That's fucking awesome. That's awesome.
yeah, but we had fucking days and days.
Because the fucking, like you said, that punk rock museum's right there, and everyone comes through that bitch on a regular.
Yeah, man, and everybody needs to come through, man. That thing's cool, man. They got the bars open until 2 a.m. and then just the museum itself, just going through there and like seeing all that shit and how much history there's fucking a whole like glass case of Joe Strummer's handwritten fucking lyrics next to Lemmy's fucking boots. Like it's unreal, bro. It's unreal. Pennywise has a fucking practice studio inside of it that they moved from like Hermosa Beach, and they built the garage inside the fucking studio. And that's when you see the fucking people playing at the museum inside. That's what they're playing in. It isn't a recreation of their garage. They took everything apart there and moved it here and put it here. It's like that's like the garage bro hymn and all that shit was written in, dude. It's crazy.
That's fun. That is crazy.
Yeah, man.
They moved the whole fucking garage. That's
fucking anyway. Fucking Jesse from Days and Days was just here doing with Escape from the Zoo, and they did a in living room fucking performance for the Crime Wave show, and I shaved Jesse's fucking head from the tip right here, a strip fucking down behind his ear, and Jimmy from the Crow's Nest Tattoo, he fucking tattooed him from the bottom of his foot all the way up his leg, up his ribs, up his shit, like behind his head, all the way to the point of his head.
That's so fucking crazy.
Yeah, it was a wild day, dude. So yeah. that'll be coming out. We're gonna be we got some really cool guests and like some rad shit going on, and we're gonna be able to. The way we're setting it up is I'm gonna have it so it's like I can do this when I'm on the road, because it makes no sense not to be that's like linking up with all these crazy fucks we meet on tour, especially this next year. We're doing all the final No Effect shows in North America and Canada, including the last fucking 2 ever in San Pedro. So it's like I want to just document this whole thing, and like, you know, because it's gonna be some crazy shit.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, man,
that's fucking awesome. I love Jesse. One day, Escape from the Zoo and Doom Scroll was driving through Missouri, and they crashed in my basement.
Oh fuck yeah, man! Sick.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I got to meet and hang out with all of them. That's where this little small.
I think Doom Scroll just got fucking put on the same label Codefendents is on, right?
Oh yeah. Bottles to the Ground. They just released their new EP on it.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah. I remember Chesky was telling me about that shit. It's dope.
Yeah, fucking Elliot is fucking awesome. Badass artist too. Have you ever seen his fucking artwork?
Yeah, Chesky showed me that shit, man. Dude, we went to the bondage ball in Las Vegas last night. We ate a bunch of mushrooms and we tripped out on this shit, bro. But there was a band that played there called fucking what was that band called? Fuck. It's called like Sussex, like Swessex, or hold on, dude. And anyway, Sussex or something. If you look up the Las Vegas bondage ball last night, I'm sure a flyer will pop up and whatever it is. And it's this fucking dude on DJs, this big old fucking metal fucking gargoyle dude on a electric guitar that I don't even know if he was really playing. But then they got this chick that is just dope, dude. Like it was like, you know, Triple B is like a shitty stage and shit. There's no like special effects. And this chick was like fucking laying down on like a metal pan, kind of like on the set, like, you know, it's DJ and then fucking guitar player and this chick. But she's like laying down on a metal pan. You couldn't even see her. And she was just covered in like black fucking like oil, like sludge, you know? And then like while they were like playing this music and shit, she just like yeah, fucking just comes up and starts doing the craziest shit. And she starts singing like fucking like Yolandi from fucking Diane Word, but she's singing about some crazy satanic shit. Dude, it was fucking terrifying, but really good. You got to check that shit out. For sure.
I will.
For sure. Swessex, I think it was. Yeah, it was wild, man. That chick scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah, I live in the fucking literally middle of Missouri. I never get to go to any cool shows. Like, it's 100 miles in any direction to go to any.
Yo, hey, you Do you want if you want to fucking if you want to clear out like a tri-county area out there, bro, book these fools and fucking let that sludge demon chick, dude, fucking pop up on them, dude. They'll never come back, bro.
No. Here's the thing: is like the only place to book a gig here in town. If you're not a classic rock cover band or a fucking country band, you're not going to get a show around here. It's
I
fucking
mean,
sad.
that's it. Well, it's just like you just got to go back to like old school tactics. Like back in the day, we would just like, go fucking talk to a pizzeria or a taqueria. You know what I mean? Be like, yo, let us play in the parking lot or behind the Safeway. Like fuck it, you got to make your scene. So I tell people all the fucking time, dude. It's like, you know, you're it's up people fucking bitching about like nothing to do around here. There's nothing that it's like, and there's still not gonna be anything to fucking do here. And if unless you start getting to work and like making something, it's like the Sam Kinison joke. He's like, yo, you know what these people need to do? They need to move to where the fucking food is. So
Well,
this is sand. It's gonna be sand in another 100 years too, motherfucker.
yeah.
So
Well, I mean, we do have the college here in town, Missouri S&T, and every year they hold a concert, right? But like it's usually no one I'm really interested in.
yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
one year they had Tech Nine come down, but other than that, like they used to have great shows back in the day. Like I saw fucking Violent Femmes here in town,
Yeah,
you know, but that was the fucking 90s, and the college kid radio don't play what college radios played back in the day.
yeah, man. And that's the tricky part about living in a society where everybody's got their own fucking individuality and taste and shit. It's like, it's everyone, it's like watching them when they're building the museum and stuff. It's like, yeah, you got all these dope fucking people doing it, but everyone's got music is so subjective. Punk rock is so subjective that you've got fucking 10 different ideas of what should be going on and fucking how shit should look and how shit should feel and how shit it's like for you, you're like, yo, I need fucking no good fucking shows around here. This shit sucks. And like, and 20 other people in 20 different other genres are saying the same thing and so there's not enough people that like one thing anymore to fucking sustain.
Well, unless you like classic rock covers or country.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And if that's the case, you move to the fucking Ozarks, Playboy. You know?
Yeah.
Move
Yeah.
to where the food is, dude.
Well,
Move to
I
where
mean, you mean the Lake of the Ozarks up
yeah.
yeah. I ain't too far. That's only like a 40-minute drive from here.
Yeah, we went. My buddy got married out there. I got my tooth knocked out at that wedding. It was in Mountain Springs. Is that what it's called? And it's out in the Ozarks. It's like a small little town.
Oh,
Do you
there's
know what I'm talking about?
the Mountain View.
No, that's not Mountain View. It's something like Springs Fall or Fall. Like
I
it's
don't know. This fucking
it's
state's
a famous
littered
little
with
town
little
out there.
shits like that.
Yeah, man, it was a famous little town, bro. I took a fucking one of those old timey pictures, dude. They dressed me up like an Indian so I can never show anybody.
Yeah, don't
Yeah, I know.
don't put no pictures out of you in red face, man.
No, absolutely not. But that's all they like when they did the fucking wedding. That's like that was their costume that they just had for fucking like the photographers or whatever. They showed up and they had like they just had bootleg ass fucking photographer fucking thing. So they just had like these random ass fucking Indian fucking costumes or fucking dresses, like old timey like maid dresses. What the fuck are you guys doing? What kind of porno are you guys shooting?
Word.
Well, they play the daily believe of a lot of strange cases. A million ways to fall in love with all of the mistakes. It's a perfect place to keep up with the pace and navigate a maze meticulously engineered to make a payday. Hey, hey, who are you? What's your deal? What you coming to take? Are you for real? Are those your friends? This is a respectable place to keep it 100. We turn the plummet, fuck the dumb shit, make you dance until we leave the corner from your stomach.
Let's move on to Dancing with the Curse. That was a fucking when you started I noticed there was a lot more hip hop influence in that release.
Yeah, that's just I guess that's just when I started because we had just done such a long run with doing these crazy like punk rock tours and stuff like that I just started like fucking naturally just kind of like reverting back to the shit that you listen to, like when people get like nostalgic about shit. I started getting super nostalgic about like old backpack rap and fucking boom bap and stuff like that. And I always listen to hip hop all the time. It's like, so does half the band. Like we listen to, like in the tour fucking band, it's like all we're listening to is crazy hip hop shit. German hip hop. We don't give a fuck. So we just kind of like, and it's also more of like the accessibility we had to like Motor Studios and being able to like be in a spot where we could like really fuck with our music, you know what I mean, like have a little more control about what we wanted to do. I started getting like software, like I bought a fucking like a nice ass Mac desktop before we started that album, that like that's what I got for Christmas. My whole family and my fucking ex-wife's family like threw in and got me this like dope computer for Christmas. And I was psyched. And then we just started, making, I just started making like electronically, like how the opening fucking of Disruption starts, like that whole fucking little weird rap thing at the beginning. Like I've got a hard drives of that shit. Once I got the computer, I was like, oh shit, I can just sit here and make the weirdest shit ever. So that was actually an accident when Mike was asking for us to send him demos of what we were working on. I accidentally sent him fucking that snippet of a track that was on there, and he's all, "Oh, what the fuck was that?" I was like, "Oh, that's some like throwaway verse that I had. Like, sorry, that was meant to be on there." And he's like, "Nah, fuck that. We're gonna put that fucking right there." So, it's a good ear of Mike. That's what he does. He fucking hears good shit and puts it where it needs to be. So,
Yeah, that fucking was a great start to the album. That
okay,
was a
man.
fucking great album. I fucking love that album, man.
Yeah, man. Me too. I like that one too, man. But it's been out for fucking, since COVID now. So it's like we're like, yo, fuck that. It's time. We've been writing new music and doing stuff. I think that the next few shows that we have coming up, we're gonna do like, especially if we're doing the ones with Punk and Drublick. I think that we're gonna fucking like start doing full old albums. Like we'll do Honesty Lives Elsewhere and at one space, and then we'll do fucking Tall Can somewhere else, and then we'll throw on the fucking self-titled with fucking Forged in the Furnace, and that'll make like one set. So, because we've been playing Dancing with a Curse and like 4 audibles for the past like fucking 3 years, So I'll bet it did take like fucking a full year to like really get up and running and be able to tour normal and shit again, without all those fucking things. So it was kind of sparse, but we're definitely ready to play some new shit because it gets boring. You're like, oh, this fucking whole thing again. When you start thinking about grocery fucking shopping or like something funny your buddy did last week while you're performing, it's like time to write new music.
That's the best advice I think I've ever heard.
Yeah, man. The more
Right.
you know.
See me with this orbit, head for the door, double time, chop, chop, keep putting that gas. Am I really gonna need to slow it down for all you dummies in the back? On the fast one, I started ahead and got it past them. They always have to tell the cash go. But fuck around and catch a bad one.
Let's move on to the fucking Codefendants because this shit's fucking popping. Right?
Yeah, man.
Good. And I'm not the best judge of hip hop. I mean, most of the time when I'm listening to hip hop, it's something fucking crazy that Cool Keith put out. And one of his fucking whatever the fuck I think that guy has schizophrenia, quite frankly,
Oh, bro. Cool Keith is that guy's a G, man. I got AWOL from Visionaries sent me a Cool Keith track that he did, fucking a posse cut that Cool Keith was doing that I fucking could have been on. They wanted me on it, and I missed the deadline because I was fucking being a jackass. But it was sick though. Cool Keith's fucking the shit, man.
Yeah,
here's the thing. Here's the thing with that. Like, it always fucking. It's interesting. Watch if you people always bring up the hip hop function of like Codefendants, right? But if you listen to that album front to back, there's Suckers and there's Fast Ones are the only rap songs on there. Everything else is a fucking like a crazy fucking texturized fucking cinematic ballad. You know what I mean?
I was gonna bring that up, that it is a fucking amalgamation of
Yeah,
all this different stuff. Like it weaves back and forth. But the
yeah, exactly.
but your hip hop is on fucking point on there, right? Like
Yeah,
especially this fucking new single that you released, Living Las Vegas. My buddy grew up in Las Vegas, and like most of the time when I'm like, hey, listen to this, he's
yeah,
like, that's just a bunch of whack shit. But when he fucking heard that, he's like, yo, and added it to his fucking Spotify playlist, you know.
yeah, man. Fuck, I appreciate that, dude. But yeah, it's I mean, that's Jesse's verse on that song is fucking like top 10 best verses I've ever heard, dude. Like it's on some other shit. He's a fucking Julio's such a beast, man. It's amazing how versatile that fucking dude is from being able to like sing like a fucking little angel with like flamenco guitar to just spitting the most obscene raw rap verse you fucking have ever heard, dude, at a Tech Nine speed,
Yeah,
with no problems. Like, just like, yeah, I can do that. It's sick, man. It's fucking great to watch. But it's, Codefendants is good. We're booking up. We're almost booked up for the year now, and we're doing a lot of the punk and drum licks, and then we're going out to Florida. So far, we're doing Canada. I'm really trying to get out to South America. Would be nice. Like even with Get Dead, we haven't been down to Brazil yet, or anything like that. And we've done Mexico. Mexico's fucking awesome. I'd like to get back down there this year, if possible. Just just sending her, bro.
right,
No painting houses in 2024.
right.
That's my fucking goal.
The dude from okay, so Public Serpent just got done booking their whole Brazilian tour. So maybe you should talk to that dude about getting a
Yeah.
fucking connection. Right.
Like, yeah, I mean, I heard there in the Philippines is a pretty dope market to go play. Like it's some wild, wild shit. That crazy Satan sludge metal fucking witch chair I was just talking about. They're going down to the Philippines. Like they're flying out today, I guess, to go out there and go play. They said it's dope. So, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, like that, like all over the world. The dude from Total Chaos, I just watched an interview with him because I do research. I do mad research on everything all
yeah,
the fucking time, you know.
yeah,
And before I did that Total Chaos interview, I was watching, and he was saying that they played a show in Indonesia, right, where
yeah,
motherfuckers treated them like they were the fucking Beatles, like screaming
yeah, bro.
girls, and he had to fucking like rush to get to the limo and shit.
Yeah, bro. The limo, damn. Fuck yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know. It's a big fucking world out there, and there's all kinds of fucking places that are more than happy to like host musicians and break the stereotype of whatever, like this place is fucking third worldy or it's like not safe or whatever.
I play the game to rain like rainy gang banging in the rain, hat on the playbacks, back like a junkie punk dumped in a double dragon cage match, matter of fact, rat chat. I'm sure no be throwing sauce to your metal on me face mask, blowing up your bass lace with the laser for the J-cast, level up with the backpack filled with some flat black, a couple fat caps hanging off an overpass, I feel like a Mad Max, filling out an A-cap, I got my pants saying Jack Fitz, stay on kill, so lame, cause they sad, find my thrills, indulge in this, layers of the way back.
I've been around the world, bro, and I'll tell you what, the sketchiest place I've ever been is here.
Yeah, the sketchiest
Straight
place
up,
I ever been is
America. Just America in general it's the sketchiest country I've ever been to.
shit.
And that's
I have to deliver mail in a neighborhood that's sketchy as fuck on a fucking regular basis. You know, like
yeah, straight up.
what
I mean, it's
motherfucker, like you like, hey man, you got to tell the homeless guy, will you move for a second so I can get to this fucking mailbox and
yeah,
yeah,
straight
wake
up,
up so I can fucking put the mail up and you can go back to sleep, man. You know.
yeah, straight up, dude. In fact, dude, hop in the back of the truck and give me a hand, dude. We get this done twice as fast. You know,
Oh no, man, he could barely sit up. He must have already fucking scored that day.
shit, bro. Fuck, you don't fucking. You want to see some shit, bro? It's like you complaining about. It's like me complaining about the weather to you. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, piss me with that shit, bro. You want to see some shit? Go back to the Bay Area right now, dude. Like a guy in front of the mailbox, dude. Try a guy sitting on a dead guy shooting up into his fucking leg in front of the mailbox. Fucking slumped out on fucking fentanyl, dude, while eating shit. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, see that. See, here's the thing: is that shit's fucking everywhere now. Like,
I know, man. What's
especially okay. So, here in the Ozarks, it was back when I was a kid. It was all fucking meth. It was all
yeah,
meth,
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
right? But now it's fentanyl. It's all fucking
Yeah.
fentanyl.
You know what? Well, it went from meth to oxys. And then the
Yeah.
oxys fucking ran out because of the pain clinic. So then they went to black tar. And then the black tar got fucking shut down by the fucking war in Afghanistan. And so the black tar fucking gave way to fucking fake fucking oxys and fake Percocets, which were cut with the fentanyl. Then once the junkies got the snap from the fucking fentanyl, they were like, fuck it, we know these pills are fake. Give us those fake pills. We don't even want the real Percocets no more because it's not as hardcore.
Oh shit. So I used to work at the Pleasure Zone, which was a fucking an adult novelty shop here in town.
You
Right.
don't
I worked
say.
there. Yeah, I worked there for years. I worked there for years. But they remember that fucking K2 and then the fucking bath
Yeah,
salts
yeah,
that were
yeah.
coming
Yeah, yeah.
around.
Fucking A, bro.
Right. So we started selling both of those at the time. Right. And
Yeah.
I was only making fucking like $9 an hour. I thought I was doing good until like until all the fucking horror stories that were happening. For
Yeah.
one, that fucking K2, the fake weed that they were just
Yeah,
spraying
yeah.
fucking whatever.
Spice. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I knew people that like they started smoking it because they were on probation or whatever,
Yeah.
you know. But then after time, they got off probation, they were selling real weed to buy fake weed. And it's like something's fucking wrong there, man. And they're like, no, it's
Yeah.
way better. Right.
It's chemicals, bro.
Right. And then that fucking bath salts, I saw it ruin fucking people's lives in front of me, like in a matter of months.
Oh,
I
yeah,
saw
bro.
people like
Oh, yeah,
oh
bro. I mean,
one
I
of the
don't.
worst thing I ever saw was my fucking homie come in and like he was like, you need to stop selling this shit to my little brother, right? We go shoot it up and it's like he's not even worried. He's not even enjoying it while he's on it. All he's worried about is where he's gonna get the fucking money up for the next uh fix. And it's like he's like, it's horrible, it's ruining his life. I can't even look at my brother like that anymore. And then
Yeah.
look what it did to my arm, and he fucking showed me his arm, and it
Yeah,
had a big
bro,
fucking
sis.
knot. Yeah, yeah, for where he shot it up. And then he's like, before he left, he's like, but I need you to sell me another one real quick, man.
Oh no.
And then his fucking brother came in 2 hours later and it's like, you need to stop selling that shit to my brother. And it's like, right. So I saw it fucking ruin people's lives firsthand, you know? There was a lady that come in with a broken arm and she said, my husband never beat me when he was on meth.
Yeah, I mean, hey, get in where you fit in, dude. But that shit'll fuck you up, dude. I've seen many close friends now just go down the fucking shithole with that fentanyl. And
Oh,
it
yeah.
always starts with fucking opiates, dude. I've known a lot of people who have sold drugs and bought drugs. I've never seen anyone come out clean from
Yeah.
fucking in any aspect of fucking an opiate manufacturing, selling, fucking distributing, taking. Nobody makes it out.
Yeah, I've lost several friends in the past couple years. The whole reason I started doing this is because, like, my best friend Steve. Every time I saw him, all I would do was share all the fucking new music that I was coming across all the time in my research, because that's all I do in my spare time is listen to music and try to find something new to listen to. But he was my outlet, so every time I'd find something new, it's like, here, check this out, Steve, and then I'd start seeing him less and less because he would go further and further into his addiction. And then he fucking OD'd one day and I had no one to share all this shit with. So I
Yeah,
started
man.
fucking putting it on the internet, and that's
Damn, man.
that's why I'm even fucking doing this, is because my fucking buddy
Yeah.
died, and it felt like, well, I need to share this with somebody.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's like what honesty lives elsewhere. That was like, my best friend fucking clipped himself, and it was like he was in the midst of a fucking addiction and depression, and fucking it just sucks, dude. It's just like, it's like, fucking motherfucker, dude, party's over now, dude. Why'd you do that? And it's a fucking, I mean, I don't even do fucking cocaine anymore because it's like I won't even fucking, it's not like I don't enjoy doing it. It's just that I can't fucking, after the fucking third close homie died of fucking fentanyl that's in the shit, it's like I'm just out of fucking respect for the dead, I won't do it.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that shit, dude. I don't want to fucking have anything to do with fucking that shit. You know what
All
I
I
mean?
do is-
Motherfuckers sit here and fucking talk to you blue in the face that they won't go to fucking Chick-fil-A because they're anti-gay, but these motherfuckers are doing it while they're fucking snorting coke. Shut the fuck up, Rick. You know what I mean?
Yep. All I do is smoke weed and eat weed now, you know.
Oh shit! I mean, we fucking ate fucking enough fucking mushrooms to kill a small horse last night. Went to that bondage ball. I seen some shit that'll haunt me for the rest of my life.
Well, mushrooms are different. Mushrooms make you deal with whatever issue you have. It's very therapeutic.
Mm.
Like
There were
you,
issues.
yeah, you can't have issues like that you're not dealing with and then eat mushrooms and then not deal with them, you know.
No, I tell people this shit all the time, dude. Like advice to people, especially when like they're going through shit, like fucking coke and pills and shit, or booze is the worst fucking thing you can do. They're both depressants, and if you're already feeling bad, it's gonna fucking you come down, it's gonna fucking compound that 10 fucking times, and then you're gonna fucking start making dumbass decisions and be a fucking burpy son of a bitch. And you're like, oh, I'm depressed, I got mental health issues. It's like, no, motherfucker, you got fucking chemical dependency issues. And you need to get your fucking brain right and quit fucking doing drugs to anyone listening. Quit doing fucking drugs and drinking and going into public. Do this shit fucking at your house and shit. Because it's you motherfuckers that are fucking up the good time for everybody by showing up because you had fucking a fight with your fucking ex or your fight with your fucking whatever, or fucking your friend died and you decided you want to go out and let the whole world know how bad you fucking feel, dude. Fucking, it's a fucking bummer, dude. Stay inside. Nobody gives a fuck, dude. I hate that shit. People shouldn't be doing that shit anyway when they're fucked up. You should be doing fucking drugs and drinking when you're in a good mood. That's what's up.
So you're saying that alcohol is not the answer?
No, I mean it's no, it definitely is. But fucking, if you're gonna use that for your answer, don't go around fucking posting shit on your fucking Facebook and going to fucking bars and shit, fucking trauma dumping on every fucking soul that you come across
Or
because
just
you're
trying to take your aggression out. I mean, I live in the fucking
yeah
Ozarks. We stopped
yeah.
going to the bar because the rednecks would get drunk to deal with their problems.
Oh
You
yeah, for sure. I mean, you got to. I mean, that's the thing too. It's like, that's what makes that fucking the bar culture and shit so fucking crazy. You go to most countries, bro, and fucking like even smart off to someone at a bar, they look at you like you're fucking crazy, bro. What the fuck is wrong with you, tough guy? You know what I mean? Like it's just it's the whole thing of like people fucking using fucking substances or fucking whatever to deal with their shittiness. It's like money, dude. It's just gonna fucking amplify more of who you are when you fucking do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. But like I said, I just use TH. I smoke a lot of weed and I eat a lot of eddies, but mainly because I'm kind of autistic and it really fucking helps me deal with some of the fucking overwhelming stimulations I have in the world, you know.
Yeah, man. Fucking, and dude, just started smoking weed again I stopped from like when I was 27 till I was 40. So that like started getting panic attacks, and I thought it was the weed and fucking, so I just never smoked it. I started smoking weed again because my buddy told me to fucking, he's like, yo, he'll smoke until you get a panic attack. Then roll another one and smoke through that panic attack. Since I've done that, I mean, I'm probably smoking like 8 blunts a fucking day to my face, and I can't get high enough. You know what I mean? I love it. It's my favorite shit. It makes me drink less. It makes me fucking, you know what I mean? Be able to fucking, my hyperactivity's got me doing 20 fucking things all the time. And so it's like weed sometimes gives me that creative focus to just like chill the fuck out, sit down and like fucking play on the beat machine and just make noise, so you're gonna be like, ugh. I'm dead serious. Like, it might not be for everybody, but like I couldn't like be inspired or figure out half the shit that I figure out musically, like without weed. It just puts you on a different, I don't care what people say, oh, it's not true. You could do this sober. Yeah, I'm sure you could and shit. But it's a different wavelength that goes on. I mean, peep this. I started smoking weed at Dancing with a Curse. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So that album, you know what I'm saying?
It's fucking badass.
It's a different wavelength. You know what I mean? And then after fucking Dancing with the Curse, fucking Codefendants. Like I mean, it puts like the proper amount of fucking creativeness, I think, to get this stuff done. So
Word.
fucking more weed in 24 for sure.
Yeah.